This is how you should strike your sidekick if you want to score in Taekwondo. Our coach, or probably your coach, a big fan of Bruce Lee, told us that the proper form to strike a sidekick in a Taekwondo fight is to use a skipping sidekick. If you watch some pro athletes, in no time you will learn that this is the worst thing that you can do in a Taekwondo fight. Yes, a skipping sidekick is barely useful, it's easy to counter if your opponent has the effective technique, where you need to first lift your leg, then use the momentum and strength to move your body and strike the kick. If you want to learn to use this kick for a real competition, watch this video. Most people try to match the slide while lifting leg, like the skipping sidekick, but in this case, to strike a faster and fake also a kick, you rapidly lift the leg and use the strength of that movement to accelerate the sliding action. This type of movement gives us a great advantage over your opponent, because if you move in the opponent range with your foot that's already higher than your knee, he won't be able to block you, because you cover a higher spot. And this is the best way to avoid that your opponent block your sidekick. But if you want to win, you have to work on your flexibility and muscle. If you watch this frame, he has a perfect splits and broken nuts. I know you are not able to split like this, but if you want to strike the opponent head, overall if your opponent is taller, you have to be comfortable to strike an head kick. And if every time that you strike, you risk to lose a tendon, this means that you need to work a lot more on your stretch trainings. Sometimes I undervalue the importance of repetition, but once you master the common Taekwondo kick, it's a time to combine the basics, and only the repetition will allow you to achieve the same action. Because by watching this second, we can understand that this is not a sort of muscle reflex, but is only muscle memory. He didn't even think about this counter, he was just ready to perform that second kick. His coach screamed, "Intent! Intent!" What does the coach mean with those words? Also, if Taekwondo is a game, we are still fighting, and if our kicks are weak, we are not going to score, neither we are able to stop the rush of our opponent. And this coach, by watching the blue, reminded the red to strike harder, so he could stop the blue and secure his advantage and victory. The most common Taekwondo mistake is when we are sure to win, but in reality the referee didn't stop the round. When we are confident about our victory, that's a moment where the opponent is going to come back, because we lower our defense, and you are going to watch the same mistake also in the opponent and also in every single sport. This is a human bias and is really hard to remove, and trust me, you can lose some final. Is better the skipping sidekick or the modern sidekick? A few minutes ago we talked about the difference between a skipping sidekick, leg, then match the movement. Now we can watch how Nicholas started later but was able to strike first. This happened because the blue tried to cover more distance with a skip movement. Instead the red went straight to the armor with his kick. So thanks to this video we can understand the difference between those kicks in a real sparring situation. Don't block the opponent leg. I'm joking, the real thing is don't only block the opponent leg. Once you block your opponent, I advise you to keep your leg up and strike again. If you can aim the helmet, trust me, you are going to score a lot more points than just blocking the opponent leg and then continue the combo. You just need to kick one more time on every single block and you can easily score 2 or 3 points. So if you want to strike easily your sidekick, don't forget to train to first lift your leg and then use the momentum to push your body and strike on the opponent armor. If you want to support this channel, donate by clicking the join button and watch also the video in the center of the screen.